Bundy, ta-ra-ra. Here. Yes. Ta-ra-ra, Bundy, ta-ra-ra, Bundy, ta-ra-ra, Bundy, ta-ra-ra, Bundy.
Well, Gaston, you seem like you're out of your bad mood.
Yes, damn it. Woke up this morning, good mood. Nothing I can do about it. Ta-ra-ra, Bundy, ta-ra-ra. My memory is gone. What's the next lyric?
I don't know, but my guess is ta-ra-ra-boom die.
It's a great song. I wonder who wrote it.
Two East Indian guys. Ta-ra-ra-boom die.
I gotta have a pee.
Already? You haven't even had a drink.
One day you will understand.
I'll be sitting there. I'm to meet a woman.
You shut your face, you little pipsqueak.
Hey! You don't even know him!
I have a feeling.
Still, you can't just insult someone right out of the blue.
Right? But I'm French.
Do you have absinthe?
One absinthe. Coming up.
I'm supposed to meet her at 6 o'clock at the Bar Rouge.
This is not the Bar Rouge. This is the Lapin Agile.
No difference.
No difference?
Well, you see, I'm a theorist, and the way I see it is that there's just as much of a chance of her wandering in here accidentally as there is of her wandering into the Bar Rouge on purpose. So where I wait for her is of no importance. It is of no importance where I tell her I will be. And least of all, it is not important at what time I am to meet her.
Unless.
Unless what?
Unless you really want to meet her.
I don't follow.
If you really want to meet her, you'll go to the Bar Rouge at the time you told her.
You're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
She thinks like I do.
Here's your vodka.
I asked for absinthe.
No difference.
I can describe the woman that you're waiting for.
So can I.
Yeah, I've never seen her. I can describe her hair, her clothes, her smell even.
Go ahead.
But I need something.
Like what?
Well, women are my area of expertise. And like the paleontologist, I can reconstruct the creature from a bone. But I need a hint.
How did you get to be such an expert?
By looking?
So you're an admirer of the feminine equation?
Yes, but I never touch. That's my saving grace. In that way, I can glide among them invisible. So I need a hint.
Yes, a hint. She has long red hair.
One of those. Hard to control because she's so damn pert. I bet she runs you, doesn't she? Let's see, her speech will be short, like her skirt. She'll sit over there, cross her legs, and control the room. In fact, she's controlling it now. Look at us talking about her all because she has long red hair.
Sounds like you really know women.
Well, never met one, really.
Never met one?
Well, not in my new incarnation as an older man. You see, women respond differently to men of different ages, and I'm only newly old. Just getting used to it, really. My name's Gaston.
My name is Albert Einstein.
You can't be. You just can't be.
Sorry. I'm not myself today. Better.
No, that's not what I mean. In order of appearance.
Come again?
In order of appearance. You're not third. You're fourth. It says so right here. I knew you were fourth. I knew when you walked in. Thank you.
And yet you said nothing?
Couldn't put my finger on it, but now I can.
I take your point. Toilets.
Behind the door.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're not late. You're third.
Where were you?
At home, darling.
Doing what?
Just sitting in front of the mirror,
Why?
just looking, seeing what all the fuss was about. Besides, mirror's like a mind. If you don't use it, it loses the power to reflect. Oh!
You should try to be on time, sweetheart.
Don't be so old-fashioned, Twenty. These are the knots.
This is the 4th day that you've been late.
Are we going to fight? Let's not fight. Let's be in love like yesterday. So tomorrow I can say, let's be in love like yesterday. Always, always.
Okay. Always.
I love you, even though you give me nothing.
What?
Nothing.
I'll be sitting there. I'm to meet someone. A woman. I'm to meet her at 6 o'clock at the Bar Rouge. All right?
This is not the Bar Rouge. It's the Lapin.
No
Don't
difference.
ask.
Hey, Gaston. Seen any good ones lately?
Oh, God, saw a good one last night as the shops were closing. I tried to hold her in my memory, but she faded. All I can remember now is a white linen blouse with just a hint of brassiere showing through. It was like seeing a sweet custard through a veil of meringue.
I've heard Picasso comes here. Does he?
Sometimes.
Tonight?
Maybe.
You look away. You look away too. I guess you're okay. Okay.
Damn!
What's the matter?
Well, from now on I'm gonna have to consider everything I'm wearing today to be lucky. Before I go out, it'll be not without my lucky shirt, not without my lucky pants, not without my lucky shoes.
I'd like some wine.
Any special color?
Red, please.
Do you know Picasso?
Twice.
Is he expecting you?
I think he's expecting to see me.
Who is this Picasso?
He's a painter.
He's a painter, or says he's one. I haven't seen any of his drawings, only what he says. Nuts about blue, they say.
He's a painter, all right. I've seen them. He gave me a drawing.
What are they like?
They're strange, really. Not like that, I'll tell you.
There's nothing wrong with this picture. I got this out of my grandmother's house after she died. While she was dying. Sheep in a meadow in a fog. Beautiful.
That's not what I see.
What do you see, Einstein?
Well, I prefer to take it further. Observe how the sheep are painted small, consumed by the weather and the terrain. So I see the power of the landscape over the small things. To me, it's the meaning that gives it its value.
Jesus Christ. Sheep, meadow, fog, period.
There's a problem.
What?
Well, as I see it, if you judge it only by its meaning, then any bad painting is just as good as any good painting if they have the same meaning.
Women!
You got it. So I would like a wine. The purpose of the wine is to get me drunk. Now, a bad wine will get me just as drunk as a good wine. So I would like to pay the bad wine prices. Is that where you're headed, Einstein?
I don't think he's that clever, Gaston.
Do you want to see the drawing he gave me?
I never thought the 20th century would be handed to me so casually. Scratched out in pencil on a piece of paper. Tools thousands of years old, waiting for someone to move them in just this way. I'm lucky tonight. I'm open to receive it. Another night I might have dismissed it with a joke or a cruel remark. Why didn't this happen before? By accident. Why didn't Raphael doodle this absent-mindedly?
What do you think of the drawing?
What could it matter?
Let me see.
I like it all right.
I don't get it.
I don't think it looks like me.
But there you go. 4 more opinions. Opinions. I wonder how many opinions the world could hold. 1 billion? 1 trillion? Well, we just added 4, but look! The drawing remains the same.
Look, what kind of guy would I be if I didn't form an opinion? I see the painting, I think about it, and then I form an opinion. And then I tell other people about my opinion. And suddenly I'm fascinating. And because I'm so fascinating, other people form opinions too. Soon, whereas before I was standing in a room full of dullards, I'm now standing in a room of completely fascinating people, all with opinions.
I'm Suzanne.
And you're waiting for Picasso.
Right. Do you know him?
I've heard of him a bit. Tall guy, rodeo rider, trick roper.
No.
What's his first name?
Pablo.
Different guy. So how did you meet Pablo?
Well, it was about 2 weeks ago. I was walking down the street one afternoon. When I turned up the stairs into my flat, I looked back and he was there looking up at me. I couldn't see his face because the light came in from behind him and he was in shadow. He said, "My name's Picasso." And I said, "Well, so what?" And he said, he's not sure yet, but he thinks that it means something in the future to be Picasso. He said, occasionally there is a Picasso and he happens to be him. He said, the 20th century has to start somewhere, and why not today? Then he said, "May I approach?" And I said, "Okay." So he walked up the stairs, and picked up my wrist, and he turned it over and took a fingernail and scratched deeply on the back of my hand. In a moment, in red, the image of a dove appeared. And that's when I thought to myself, why is it someone who wants me can hang around for months, and I even like him, but I'm not going to sleep with him? Then someone else comes along and says the right thing, and I'm on my back not knowing what hit me.
Yeah, why is that?
Huh?
Never mind.
You see, men are always talking about their things, like it's not them.
What things?
The things between their legs.
Ah, yes, Louis.
See? Somebody else. And it's true. It's like some rudderless firework snaking its way across town. Well, women have things too, they just work differently. They work from up here. So when the guy comes on to me through up here, he's practically there, already done. Next thing I know, he's inside the apartment, and I said, "What do you want?" And he said he wanted my hair, my neck, my knees, my feet. He wanted his eyes on my eyes, his chest on my chest. He wanted the chairs in the room, the notepaper on the table, the paint from the walls. He wanted to consume me until there was nothing left. He said he needed deliverance and that I would be his savior. And he was speaking Spanish, which didn't hurt. At that point, the word "no" became like a Polish villain. Unpronounceable. Well, I held out for seconds. Frankly, I didn't enjoy it all that much because it was kind of quick.
Premature ejaculation?
Is there any other kind? Never mind.
Well, as I was sitting there, half dressed, he picked up a drinking glass, of which I have two. He looked at me through the bottom of it. He kept pointing it at me and turning it in his hand like a kaleidoscope. And he said, "Even though you're refracted, you're still you." I didn't ask. Then he said he had to be somewhere, and I thought, sure, and he left.
So, you saw him again?
Oh, yes. That night he comes back with the drawing and gives it to me. And we do it again. This time in French. I enjoyed it this time, if you're keeping score. Then he gets very distracted, and I said, what's the matter? And he said, sometimes he starts thinking about something, and he can't stop. Well, no, he said he doesn't think about it. He sees it. And I said, well, what is it? And he said, it can't be named. Well, when you're with someone who says they're seeing things that can't be named, you either want to run like hell or go with it. I'm going with it. That's why I'm here tonight. He told me about this place, that he might see me here one day. And that was 2 weeks ago.
Sex.
What?
No, nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Been a while.
About 8 months. Interesting, really. I saw this cat on the street, and I bent over to pet it, and it moved away just out of my reach. It seemed friendly but nervous, so I followed it. Always just out of my reach. We must have been 2 feet out of my reach for several blocks. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty. When I noticed that it had stopped at the feet of a woman. I looked up at her. Our eyes met. Older, about my age. But she was dazzling. Let's just say that she had a fine mortal coil. Anyway, we made love in her place within the hour.
And did you ever make love with her again?
No, I didn't.
See, there you go. She was there. You were taken with each other. You men, why is once always enough? Why wouldn't you ever make love with her again?
I would have, but she died about an hour later.
Oh.
Yeah, we both wanted to do it again, and I told her I needed an hour to rejuvenate. So I went outside and I sat with the cat. And after a while I looked up, and they were taking out her body on a stretcher.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can't help but think that I maybe killed her.
What did Picasso say about my place?
He said, this is where artists come to talk about, let's see,
Manifestos! Manifestos?
Anyone want a coffee?
Do you know, I could go for one of those.
Oh, cream or black?
No, manifesto. I could really go for a nice, juicy manifesto. I think it would be nice to wake up in the morning with a raison d'etre with your morning coffee. Wouldn't you say? I have to pee.
Did Picasso say he was working on a manifesto?
Oh no. He said he doesn't need one. And if he did come up with one, he would have exhausted it before he finished writing it down. One other thing. Just before he left, Picasso went to the window and he reached down on the sill and like lightning he grabbed a pigeon. He held it in one hand and turned it upside down. He talked to it and soothed it. It was like the pigeon fell asleep, like he was hypnotized. Then he held his hand back out the window and he dropped the pigeon. And it just fell 2 stories upside down, straight down like a stone. And just before it would have hit the ground, the pigeon turned itself over and started flapping like mad. Took off straight up past us above the buildings and just away into the night. Then Picasso turned to me and he said, "That's like me." And he was gone. Could I get a refill?
I'll get it. Anyone else want a refill?
Anybody know what 62 francs 33 minus 37 francs 17 is?
Freddie, why don't you let me do that?
25 francs 16.
You sure?
2516.
You positive?
Positive, absolutely.
It's just that you came up with that awful quick.
Look, if you want it to be any different, there's nothing I can do about it.
I'll check it tomorrow.
It'll be the same tomorrow.
Got my accountant friend coming over. He'll check it. He checks everything.
You can have a math squad from the Vishnu Numerical Center for the Intellectually Profound come over. And it's still going to be 25 francs 16.
All right.
Geez, Freddie, take his word for it.
Are you a professor?
No, I'm not.
Well, what do you do?
By day, I work at the patent office.
What do you do there?
By day, I register notions. That's what they are, really. Notions. Shortcuts. How to get something to do something quicker.
And, what do you do at night?
At night. At night, the stars come out.
Stars in the sky.
The stars in my head.
And after the stars in your head come out,
I write it down.
Uh-huh. You been published?
No. No, not yet.
Yeah, well, we're all writers, aren't we? He's a writer that hasn't been published. I'm a writer that hasn't written anything.
and you're all welcome here. We get lots of artist types. Writers, poets, painters. What do you write about?
I can't even begin to explain.
Try. Simplify it. Say what it's about in one sentence.
It's about everything.
You mean like the relationships between men and women?
Bigger.
You mean like life from birth to death?
Bigger.
Like the warring of nations and the movements of people?
Bigger.
I see. Sort of like the Earth and its place in the solar system.
Keep going.
Okay. You're dealing with the universe and everything contained in it.
Why stop there?
Okay, how big is this book?
About 70 pages.
That's not too bad. Maybe we can put you in contact with some of our publisher friends. What's the title?
The Special Theory of Relativity.
Catchy.
You know, judging by the title alone, I would think that would sell as many books as The Critique of Pure Reason.
Well, is it funny?
Well,
Because if it's funny, you really can sell a lot of books.
it's very funny.
It's very funny.
Well, actually, that depends on what you mean by funny.
Well, does it make you laugh?
No.
Chuckle?
No.
Smile?
I wish I could say yes.
So it isn't funny.
No.
But you just said it was funny.
I was trying to sell more books.
Well, could it have illustrations?
Impossible.
Why not? It might look good. Give it some zip.
Illustrations are two-dimensional.
I know what you mean, but a good draftsman can give very realistic three-dimensional drawings.
I need 4.
Einstein, I'm trying to help you here. You want your book to have impact, don't you?
Sure.
So, in order for your book to have some impact, you've got to have a lot of people read it, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so, in your field, how many people do you suppose have to read your book in order for it to have some impact?
1.
No. In order for your book to have impact, you've got to have a lot of people read it. I mean, every man in the street has got to have one.
No. Only 1. Max.
Max?
Max Planck, a German physicist. Very influential. If he reads it, he makes my reputation.
Well, then you're lucky. If your market is one person and you know his name, then you can put a limit to how much you're willing to spend on advertising. How old are you?
I'm 25.
You don't look 25.
I discovered at an early age that I'm the kind of person who will always look 86.
Hey, Einstein. Last week, I bought 12 bottles of Chablis, 17 francs a bottle, but only 11 showed up. How much do I owe the guy?
Leave him alone.
187 francs.
See? As long as we have him here, we might as well use him. Last week, I made a deal with Alphonse for a case of port at 25 francs each. He said that if I bought 6 cases, he'd give me a discount of 2 to 4%. but he didn't know the year of the port. He said that if the port arrived and was newer than 1900, he'd give me a 4% discount, keeping 3% on bottles before 1900 and 2% on bottles before 1895. When I got the cases, 2 cases had 9 bottles dated after 1900 and 15 bottles dated before 1895. One case had 18% of the bottles dated before 1900, and the rest were evenly split between after 1900 and before 1895, and the 3 remaining cases after 1900, before 1900, and before 1895, respectively. How much the hell do I owe this guy?
Oh, good grief.
Oh, and I left out one thing. He said that if the sum digits of a date of a bottle was above 25, he'd give me a 9% discount on those bottles. He's stumped.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening. Just kidding. Here's your answer. 2,245 francs 73, given that XN parentheses Y is the mean price per bottle.
$2,245. Did you say Y in parentheses X?
Y in parentheses X? Hey, that's funny.
What's the date today?
It's the 8th.
And the year?
You don't know the year.
I know the year, it's just sometimes it's easy to make a mistake when I write it down. I've looked at what I've written before and it's been off by 10 or 15 years. But now I'm thinking about it and I remember that it's 1903.
04.
04, okay. It's only January. The year just changed.
October.
The date's not important anyway.
Just put first decade of the 20th century.
Gosh, that's what it is, isn't it? The first decade of the 20th century. I'm glad the 19th century is over. It was a bad century.
What's not to like about a century?
Well, pollution for one thing. All the soot and garbage, smoke.
Horseshit.
Do you disagree?
No, it's just adding to the list.
Horseshit and noise.
This century will be better.
What do you see for the future?
Let me ask you, what do you see?
I'll answer. I see air travel becoming common with hundreds of people being carried in giant airplanes. I think we'll see images sent through the air and their receivers will become so popular that mass taste will diminish their potential. The city of Hiroshima will be completely modernized. There will be a brief craze for lawn flamingos. Vast quantities of information will be stored in very small spaces. Cruelty will be perfected. And by the end of the century, smoking in restaurants will be banned.
Yeah. Oh, brother.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Next.
Fine.
Well, here's mine. Led by Germany, this will be known as the era of peace. Clothes will be made of wax. There'll be a brief craze for the automobile, but that'll pass. There'll be a new dance sensation called the Toad, sweeping the nation. France will be the military might of Europe. A carton of cigarettes will be the most thoughtful get-well gift. And the Wright brothers will be long remembered for their invention and manufacture of a low-calorie fudge.
Right.
I can really see that happening.
Yeah.
Anyone in tonight?
Not that you're looking for, Sago.
I got a Matisse today, small but juicy, a little beach skate. Give me a rum. See? I got him to give it to me. Here, take a look. This says everything about Matisse you want to know. I bought 8 drawings and got him to throw it in. The smaller it is, the harder it is to say it, no doubt about it. And that says it all. Put it up there, Freddie. Look at it. It's beautiful. Still works? Still working, still holds the wall. Lost it there. But damn, see what I mean?
Not really.
Well, up to 10 feet away, the bar is working for the Matisse. Then the bar takes over. One more, Freddie.
Anybody feel a draft in here?
What makes it so great?
What makes it so great? I'll show you what makes it great. This is what makes it great.
For the frame?
The boundaries, the edge. Otherwise, anything goes. You want to go to a soccer game where the players can run up in the stands with the ball and order a beer? No. They've got to stay within the boundaries to make it interesting. Why, in the right hands, this little space is as fertile as Eden.
That frame is about the size of my book.
Well, I hope you chose your words carefully. Ideas are like children. You have to watch over them or they may go wrong.
I know what he means.
I told that to Apollinaire. He squiggled and squirmed. You watch. I'm going to turn a nice profit on that.
Well, considering you got it for free, that's not going to be very difficult.
But you got it because you loved it. How could you sell it?
What do you do?
I'm a physicist.
Good. Then you must know how naive a question can sound. I'll tell you how it works. When I bought it, I identified it. I identified it as something worth having. I've named it as a work of art. Once I've done that, I don't have to own it. It will always be mine. And I guarantee you, Matisse is happy about it too. He wants his work out there, out of Paris. I have sold to Russia. I've sold to America. I've sold to dealers in Paris who've sold everywhere. And they like to buy from me because, frankly, they don't get it. And they want me to discern the good ones from the bad ones.
How did you learn to tell the difference?
I wish I knew, but I know. I can look at two paintings no one has ever seen before and know that one is for me and that one is for the people whose idea of art is something ugly done by a relative. Another one, Freddie.
Finally, a customer.
Freddie, take out the book.
Come on.
No, take it out. Courbet. Courbet. Courbet.
Wait a minute. This is a book about Courbet.
Raphael. Titian. Now that's a tough one.
Well, you got all the other ones. What makes that so tough?
He had his thumb over the name. Us art dealers are notorious for our sense of humor.
All right. That's enough.
Who's this?
Was he here this evening?
Not yet.
Are you meeting him here?
Don't know.
I can wait. Do you want to sell it?
Not for anything.
For 50 francs?
Not for anything. It's mine forever.
Well, get him to sign it. It'll be worth more.
Hey, Segal, you're the expert. What do you see?
Oh, that? I see a 500-pound lemon.
What?
I have to have a pee.
I know. There are two subjects in painting that no one will buy. One is Jesus, and the other is sheep. Love him as much as you want. No one wants a painting of Jesus in the living room. You're having some people over, having several drinks, and there's Jesus over the sofa. Somehow it doesn't work. And not in the bedroom either, obviously. You want Jesus watching over you, but not when you're in the missionary position. You could put him in the kitchen maybe, but that would be insulting to Jesus. Jesus, ham sandwich. Jesus, ham sandwich. I wouldn't like it, and neither would he. Can't sell a male nude either. Unless they're messengers. Now, why a messenger would want to be nude, I don't know. You'd think they need a little pouch or something. I know. If a nude man knocked on my door, and I asked, who is it? And he said, messenger, I would damn well look to see if he had a pouch. And if he didn't, I'm not answering the door. Sheep are the same. Don't ask me why. Can't sell them.
You know what I don't get? A month goes by, every night no different than any other night. People come in, people go out. Why do all the nuts show up in one evening?
Picasso is definitely coming in
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
I hope he comes in tonight.
Me too. He owes me a bar bill.
I'd like to meet him.
Maybe I could get a painting out of him.
Well, it seems we all have an interest in Picasso. Why don't we give a little toast to him?
I'll do it. To
I have been thinking about sex all day. Can't get it out of my mind.
I've been thinking about it for 62 years.
I have done 16 drawings today. 2 in pencil, the rest in ink. All women. What does that tell you? It tells me that an artist has to stay well fucked. Otherwise the mind drifts off the easel, out the window, and across the street to the grocer's daughter. You're proposing a toast.
Oh, yes. To Picasso.
Hey, to him. I mean, did you talk about anything else besides me? I mean, did the weather come up?
It was mostly about you.
God, I feel good. How lucky for you to be talking about someone, and in they come. How do I look? Be honest. That spot. We've got to do something about that spot. Why don't you come by tomorrow? I have something to show you. Something's afoot. I can feel it.
Well, this last month's work has been spectacular. I sat in front of the last piece that I got from you with several friends and explained it for 2 hours.
Did they get it?
Don't know, they left after the first hour. I can tell you that last hour was lonely hard work.
Forget it. It was piss. Piss, I tell you. This is different already. If I can think it, I can draw it. It used to be I'd have an idea, then a month later I'd be able to draw it. Now the ideas I have of the pencil only by minutes. One day they will be simultaneous. Do you know what that feels like? If you can think it, you can draw it. The feeling of clear, undiluted vision.
I have a vague idea.
Are you an artist?
No, I'm a scientist. But sometimes I feel like an artist.
Well, multiply that by 1,000. You'll know what it's like to be me. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Well, you have.
I'm Picasso.
How nice for you.
Look at it.
It's a dove. How much?
50 francs. That's a good price, isn't it?
Yes, that's fair.
Well, I guess that's the price of fame.
How much for the drawing?
Whatever you want.
Fair?
Very fair. That one's signed.
Sign it. I would like another drink.
And I would like a motor car. Can I do that, Sego? Can I draw my way into a car? Can I draw a camera and then you sell it and suddenly I have a camera? Can I get anything I want just by drawing?
Can he?
Not yet.
And I never would. And don't forget it.
Anyway,
If you need a camera, I have one.
Good. Wait, you have a camera?
Yes, I have a camera.
Where did you get the camera?
I bought it.
Well, I have one question for you. If I can't afford a camera, how can you? How much are you selling my paintings for?
Twice what I pay for them.
Twice? Twice? I'm so depressed.
actually, that's not that bad. You should see what I'm making on the drinks.
If there are two words I cannot stand, it is twice and perky. God, he's good. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Just when you're in the swing of things, someone has to come along and ruin it for you. This is not painting, it is alchemy. It's so new, I'm not even mad. Ouch! It's sizzling hot. Take it from me, folks, the boy can paint. So go, what's he like?
What's he like? Well, he's earnest, talented obviously, nice to be around,
Ugh.
self-deprecating.
Good. Saves me the trouble. See, Sigo, here's the difference between you and I. You look at this nasty old thing and see some sheep in a landscape. Enter me. I see it differently. I see it as an empty frame with something hideous in it, waiting to be filled with something new, advancing out from the unknown, the undrawn. The new thing must be coaxed out of its cave, wrestled with, and finally pinned against the wall like a hide. When I look at Goya, it's like he's reaching his hand out through the centuries to tap me on the shoulder. And when I paint, it's like I'm reaching my hand forward hundreds of years to touch someone too.
It's like a relay then.
I work in the same way. I make beautiful things with a pencil.
You're a scientist. To me, the shortest distance between 2 points is not a straight line.
Likewise!
Let's see one of your creations. Draw.
Done. It's perfect.
Thank you.
I was talking about mine.
It's a formula.
So's yours.
Well, it's a little hastily drawn. Yours is just letters.
Yours is lines.
My lines mean something.
So do mine.
Mine is beautiful.
Men have swooned on seeing that.
Mine touches the heart.
Mine touches the head.
Mine will change the future.
Oh, mine won't.
Maybe you're a fake.
And maybe you're an idiot savant. And Hulk, the savant.
When a man loves a woman.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, it just came over me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get my camera. A night like this must be preserved on film. Picasso, do something about that ovine pastoral, will you?
The idea is coming.
I like it. Sounds good.
The idea is coming. The idea is coming.
Hey, tell me if you get this joke. A man walks into a bakery. Says, "Can you mail a pie?" The baker says, "Yeah, I think we can." The man asks, "Can you bake me the pie in the shape of the letter E?" The baker says, "Yeah, I think we can. Come by tomorrow, we'll have it for you." So the man comes back the next day, and the baker shows him the pie. And the man says, "You idiot, that's not what I wanted. That's a big E. I wanted a small E." So the baker says, "We're sorry. We'll fix it and have it for you tomorrow." So the man comes back again the next day, and the baker shows him the pie. And the man says, "It's perfect, it's perfect." But the baker asks him, "Where do you want to mail it?" And the man says, "On second thought, I'll eat it here." The guy told me that the other day, and I didn't get it.
It's surreal.
Maybe that's why I didn't get it. I'm a symbolist.
A good for nothing one at that.
Are you calling me a good-for-nothing symbolist?
What symbolism?
So far, it's an excuse for not doing the dishes.
Hey, that's not fair. Your post-romanticism has gotten us into a lot of hot water around here.
My romanticism is not post.
Oh, it most certainly is.
It's neo.
It's post.
Neo.
Post!
Hey, stop it, both of you. God, this is not some kind of sleepy dive somewhere.
The reason the joke is so funny is the perfect selection of the letter E. It couldn't be an A-shaped pie because A is functioning as both article and noun. Who needs it? It can't be a B-shaped pie because of the confusion of the letter B with the bzz insect. And not a C-shaped pie either, because the customer would have never known that it was a capital C pie, since C looks the same as both uppercase and lowercase pie. I'll come back to D. An F-shaped pie is just plain not funny. An H-shaped pie would be unstable. 2 vertical bars supported by a weaker crossing structure. An I-shaped pie doesn't work because of the dot problem. Do you connect the dot to the pie? In which case it's not really an I. Or do you leave it separate? Which raises the question, is it a dot or is it a cupcake? A K-shaped pie has Kafka written all over it. An M-shaped pie doesn't work because of the MW dilemma. M to whom? And need I mention sigma? An O-shaped pie doesn't work because a pie is O-shaped. A P-shaped pie doesn't work because the phrase P-shaped pie has this naughty calypso rhythm.
Hey, excuse me. You're not going to go through the entire alphabet, are you? Because I may only have a few good years left.
Oh, of course not. Some of them are so obvious they needn't be mentioned. Like Q, for example.
All right. What's the matter with Q?
Well, a Q is just an O with a comma through it. And a comma-shaped pie is just a croissant.
Thank you.
You said you'd come back to D.
No, please. Please. I have to have an L. I mean, P.
Wait a minute. You said the joke was funny. But it wasn't funny.
Oh, yes, it was. I laughed.
You didn't?
Not now, no. I'll laugh later. An icebox laugh.
An icebox laugh?
Yeah, you don't laugh now, but an hour later, you're at home, standing in front of the icebox, and you laugh.
D-shaped pie. Oh.
See? He's just getting it now. Probably through a process of elimination. When did you hear the joke?
A year and a half ago.
Well, maybe you already laughed at it and thought you were laughing at something else.
So something funny happened, and I laughed. But really I was laughing at this joke that may have happened a year and a half ago?
Right.
So I might still owe a laugh to that thing that was funny.
Or not. You may have only thought the other thing that happened was funny. But it really wasn't, so you don't owe a laugh.
So instead of laughing at the thing I thought was funny, I was laughing at the thing I didn't think was funny?
Exactly.
There's only one problem.
What?
The thing that you think that I think wasn't funny was when the cat went running across the kitchen floor to leap out the cat door, but the door was locked. There's no way that wasn't funny.
How about you, my dear? What do you say?
I've had my idea of a bad joke.
Oh, come on.
You're a womanizing bastard fraud.
Now, if you're trying to praise me, that is a poor choice of words.
You're ridiculous.
Look, I meant every word I said that night. I just forgot who I said it to. Stranger things will happen to you in your young life. Believe me, worse things.
I believed you.
And I believed it too. And now, seeing you again tonight, I'm believing it all over again. I remember a blue-green bed with a rose-colored spread over it. On the wall, a tin half-moon holding a candle. On your bedside table, 3 rings, side by side, holding turquoise stones. One with garnet. Next to them was a pale pink ribbon. Later, I remember picking that up off the floor. I can't remember your name.
I never told it to you.
Yes, you did. I remember it now.
I never told you.
Yes, you did. Suzanne.
I don't remember.
My ear was inches from your lips. You said your name to me and then spoke words half whispered. Words started and left unfinished, mixed with cries, passion, obscuring meaning. Do you remember?
Yes.
I drew 3 pictures of you from memory,
You did?
but I can do better.
I'll be there tonight.
What a coincidence. So will I.
Well, I guess I better be going. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Al. When will you be there?
When the play is over.
The cat door was locked!
So who's the third?
What do you mean?
Well, in this bar tonight, there are 2 men, both nearly the same age, who claim that somehow their work is going to change the century. Yeah, right? So let's give it to them. Let's say they are. 1, 2. It's got to be a third. There's always a triptych. Yeah. Father, Son, the Holy Ghost, 3 graces, and not to mention the bad news always comes in threes. Need I say more?
So the third point of the triangle, so to speak.
Maybe it's Matisse.
No, it can't be Matisse. He can be 4th or 5th if he wants, but he cannot be the 3rd point of the triangle.
I hate to tell you this, but the idea of a triangle with 4 points will not fly. A triangle with 4 points is what Euclid rides into hell!
Then who's the third?
You are lucky tonight. You were here at the moment, and you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. I will be changing the century. The other bars know it. You may as well too.
And what is your name?
Schmendeman. Charles Davenau Schmendeman.
And how will you change the century?
With my invention.
What's your invention?
It's an inflexible and very brittle building material.
Oh, and what's it made from?
And I'll tell you what it's made from. Equal parts asbestos, kitten paws, and radium. The only trouble with it is that building considerations allow it to be used only in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the island of Krakatoa, east of Java. But still, that's a very big market. So everyone, have a drink. On you? No, just have a drink. And remember my name, Schmendeman. You see, there's a distinction between talent and genius. And it's not that they're spelled completely different. Talent is the ability to say things well. Genius is the ability to, well, say things. Talent sells 1 million in a year. Genius sells 5,000 a year for 200 years. Can you compute that? Am I going too fast for you? You have to work to have talent. But genius comes gift wrapped in a blue box from Tiffany's.
Einstein, Picasso, Schmendeman. Somehow it doesn't have a ring.
Which one is Picasso? heard of you. Nice work, if you like blue. Come to think of it, it's about time for a Spaniard again. I mean, it's been a long time since Balapquith. I'm just needling you. You would like my process. You see, creation is easy. Just follow the path of least resistance. You're supposed to paint, but you feel like dancing? Dance! You're supposed to write, but you feel like singing? Sing! That's what I did. Don't forget, the distance between 2 points is 1.5 feet. No pun intended.
No pun achieved.
Yeah, I struggled to be a writer, but my heart told me to invent a very brittle and inflexible building material, which, by the way, is called schmendamite. And I did. That's why I know my place in history is secure. I follow my heart. Next bar! Schmende, schmende, men. Wait, I've got another idea. Tall, pointy cap for dunces.
What the hell was that?
I admire his confidence, and nothing else.
Here's the way I see it. We're not so much going to change the century as bend it. Let's say Picasso here is a genius. The century is just flying along in space and it whizzes by Picasso here and picks up speed and flings itself off in a new direction. Like a comet veering left at the sun. The century is just zigzagging along, bending and curving, influenced by the powerful gravity of people like Picasso. But the century itself, because we're in it, appears to be heading straight.
How can something be curved and appear to be straight? Come on, buddy.
Gee, I never thought of that. I guess you're right. How about the horizon, you nitwit?
You trying to get my goat?
No, I'm just trying to explain something. You'll be happy to know that not only is the horizon something that appears to be straight, but is actually curved, but so is space in general.
Oh, horseshit.
Well, it just so happens that it is.
It is not.
Is too.
It's not.
Is too.
It's not.
Neo!
Post!
Neo!
Post!
Mine is not a formula!
Is so.
Is not!
Is so.
Neo!
Post!
Neo!
Hold it! Not only is space curved, but light has mass and it bends when it passes by large objects like the sun at its finite speed of 186,000 miles per second. Uh-oh. Oh my God. I can't believe I just blurted out the ending of my book. What I have just said is my business and I hope it will not leave this room.
I'm glad you stopped me. I was rushing to a foe.
Would you like a woman's opinion on this?
There is no woman's opinion. This is science.
Are you saying that women can't be scientists?
No. I'm saying there are no gender-related opinions on the matter. Madame Curie didn't say, I think I discovered radium. I better check with a man. No man's opinion, no woman's opinion. It's sexless.
I know the feeling.
What I have just said is the fundamental, end-all, final, not subject to opinion, absolute truth. Depending on where you're standing.
Are you through?
I am.
So much thinking.
You should try it sometime.
Hey, Picasso. How do you draw something? It seems so impossible.
It's all in the wrist.
And I maintain that the wrist starts here.
I know what he means.
When I put pencil to paper, it comes out. Not the craft, mind you. That was difficult to get. The ideas are a different matter. They swoop down on me. They fall like rain. They land with a crash.
They thunk, too.
Absolutely. They thunk.
You too.
Yes. And pop?
Pop all the time, that goes without saying. They never seem to flow, though.
Never. Flowing is a myth.
Never flow. Well, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Where do they come from?
Before me, artists would get their ideas from the past, but as at this moment, they're coming from the future, fast and loose.
Absolutely from the future.
I believe in the moment of pencil to paper, the future can be mapped out in the face of the person drawn. Imagine if you press the pencil hard enough and the lead goes through the paper into another dimension.
Yes.
A fourth dimension, if that's what you want to call it.
I can't believe you're saying this. A fourth dimension.
And that dimension is the future.
Wrong.
No! The pencil goes through and sucks up ideas from the future and transfers them to the paper, for Christ's sake. And what do you know about it anyway? You're a scientist. You just want theories.
Yes, and like you, the theories must be beautiful. You know why the sun doesn't revolve around the earth? Because the idea is not beautiful enough. If you want to prove the sun revolves around the earth, to have the theories fit the facts, you have to have the planets moving backwards, and the sun doing loop-the-loops. Too ugly. Way ugly.
So you're saying you bring a beautiful idea into effect?
Yes, we create a system and see if the facts can fit it.
So you're not just describing the world as it is?
No, we're creating a whole new way of looking at the world.
So you dream the impossible and bring it into being?
Exactly.
Brother!
Brother!
Oh, please. You two are spouting a bunch of bullshit, and I say the only reason you got started in art and physics in the first place is to meet girls.
What?
You actually think I said to myself, gee, how can I meet a lot of girls? I know. I'll develop a unified field theory.
I'm not saying that you're not sincere, but let's face it. You've got some splashy party talk. And you have the oldest and most perfect pickup line in the book. I'd like to draw you.
That's outrageous.
Maybe it's unconscious. All I'm saying is that somewhere way back, maybe you realized you weren't the handsomest things around and decided to go a different route.
I'm disgusted. Countess!
Albert!
Did you go to the Bar Rouge?
Of course not. That's where you said we'd meet.
Oh, how stupid of me. Of course you'd come here.
Now, what was that you were saying about it being impossible to distinguish motion produced by an outside gravitational force?
God, she's sexy. It's impossible to distinguish, you know. Two bodies unified in a field. Although we may never meet again, like the roots of the sequoia grabbing deep in the earth, the ideas we have said here tonight will lace themselves irrevocably through the century.
This is the night the earth stood still to listen to a conversation.
Oh, Lapin, Agile.
Picasso, Einstein. Picasso, Einstein. My only regret is that we'll be in different volumes of the encyclopedia.
But there'll be no Schmendeman to come between us.
I envy him.
Why is that?
Because in science, there's never a need to get cynical.
Why would an artist need to get cynical?
I think it's called marketing.
I've got to run next door and catch Antoine before he skips out of town without paying his bar tab. I might be gone a longer amount of time than you would normally think it would take someone to run next door and catch Antoine before he skips out of town without paying his bar tab. But traditionally, it's okay.
Gaston, don't you have to pee?
I have to pee.
Tasty. Quite tasty.
Oh, what was I? Dessert?
What do you mean?
How many meals have you had today?
Why be nasty? We are not so different.
Oh, yes. We slept together, but there's a difference. Women are your world. For me, you're the thing that never happened. You and Freddie exist in separate universes, and what I do in one has nothing to do with the other.
How convenient.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not being nasty. I like you. It's just that I know about men like you.
Men like me? Where are there men like me?
Have a drink. You don't want me to go on.
No. Tell me about men like me.
a steady woman is important to you. Then you know you have someone to go home to in case you can't find someone else. You notice every woman, don't you?
Many.
I mean every woman. Waitresses, wives, weavers, laundresses, ushers, actresses, women in wheelchairs. You notice them, don't you?
Yes.
And when you see a woman walk by, you think, I wonder what she would be like. You could be bouncing your baby on your knee, and if a woman walks by, you wonder what she would be like.
Go on.
You have 2 in 1 night when the lies work out, and you feel it's your right. The rules don't apply to you because the rules were made up by women. And they have to be if there's going to be any society at all. You cancel one when someone better comes along. They find you funny, bohemian, irresistible. You like them young because you can bamboozle them and they think you're great. You want them when you want them and never when they want you. And afterwards, you can't wait to leave. Or if you're unlucky enough to have her at your place, you can't wait for her to leave. Because the truth is, we don't exist afterwards. And all conversation becomes meaningless because it isn't going to get you anywhere because it already got you there. You're unreachable. Your whole act is a camouflage. But you're lucky. You have a true talent that you're too wise to abuse. And because of that, you'll always be desirable. Whenever you wear out one woman, there will be another who wants to taste it, who wants to sit next to someone like you. You'll never have to earn a woman, you'll never appreciate one.
But I appreciate women. I draw them, don't I?
That's because they're so goddamn beautiful, isn't it?
Germaine, men want, and women are wanted. That is the way it is, and that is the way it will always be.
That may be true, but why be greedy? By the way, I knew you were using me, but I was using you back.
How?
Well, now I know what a painter is like. Tomorrow a street paper maybe, or a newsagent or a bookseller. A street paper may not have anything to talk to a girl like me about, but I can write my romantic scenarios and pull them down like a screen in front of me to project my fantasies onto. Much like you project your fantasies onto a piece of paper.
How does Freddie fit in? Why are you with him?
His faults I can live with. And occasionally, he says something so stunning that I'm just glad to have been there. But really, what I wouldn't give for a country boy.
Well, I caught the son of a bitch in time.
Not quite.
I heard that he comes here. Is that true? I mean, is that really true? Oh my God! Oh my God, you! May I approach? May I really approach? I can't believe it. What does it feel like to be you? I mean, what does it really feel like to be you? Wait a minute. You're not Schmindeman.
Well, another typical night.
You know, I learned something here tonight.
What's that?
You take 2 geniuses, put them in a room together, and wow.
Boy, you sure can turn a phrase.
Now, what I mean is, those 2 guys are smart. That must be what it takes to be a genius. Brains. An incredible amount of brains. Don't tell me you're a genius too.
Shucks, no.
Something to drink.
Sorry, ma'am. Don't drink. Give it tomato juice. I'm just a country boy.
Sure we do. You want something in that?
Like what?
Like vodka.
You're kidding. By the way, watch the shoes.
What brings you here?
Well, I kind of like surprising people, you know. Popping up where you least expected. Supermarkets, fairgrounds. One thing I like to do is getting people snapshots. So when they develop them, I'm in that picture. But I got a little bored, so I thought I'd do a little time travel. Try another time zone.
Put some vodka in that.
You seem like some pretty nice folks.
Pretty nice folks. What the hell are pretty nice folks?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, friendly, good-natured. Accepting of strangers.
Why the hell would I want to be that?
Yeah, just what are you trying to imply?
Well, where I come from, that's what people are like.
Where are you from?
Memphis.
Memphis, Egypt?
No, sir. Memphis is in America.
What's Hiawatha really like?
And apparently the cat door was locked. Oh my god. We've ended up where we started from.
Not only is space curved, so is Paris.
I don't believe we've met.
Oh, yes, we will.
You and I think alike.
Watch the shoes.
What do you do?
Well, I guess I sing songs about love.
If only I could sing songs about love.
If I could sing songs about love, I'd sing and remember lovers past, and the emotion would infuse itself with the lyric.
If I could sing songs about love, I'd give it all up. No more paints, no more brushes, just the moonlight, the June light, and you.
Oh, and on summer evenings, I'd stand on the banks of the Seine and just sing, sing, sing.
People crowding in a smoky cabaret to hear the song stylings of Albert Einstein. Appearing nightly with the Kentucky Men. Singing songs as pretty as a summer's dress. Lover's hand going into lover's hand.
You see what I mean about you all being pretty nice folks?
Good, you're all still here.
Is that the camera?
The latest.
They're making them so small. Where'd you get it?
I bought it from a Japanese tourist. Come, everybody, group together over there.
I would like to order 3 1x2s and a daguerreotype.
Oh. Okay, everyone in a row and squeeze together.
I hate having my picture taken.
You, get in there too.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be in it.
Who are you, by the way?
I guess you could say I'm a messenger.
On this day, in 1904, the Lapin Agile was the site of this historic photo.
Did someone say historic photo? Can you see the others?
Sure can. Okay, everyone smile. Hold it, you're not smiling. Okay. We'll all think of a word that makes our mouth go into a smile. We'll say it at the same time. What's the word? I've got it. Matisse. We'll all say Matisse. 1, 2, 3.
Matisse!
One more time. Try it again. Picasso. You're not smiling.
Well, I just can't. Not if we're going to say Matisse.
How about Rubens?
Oh, please.
Michelangelo Buonarroti?
Oh, we don't have time for Michelangelo.
El Greco. We can all say El Greco.
El Greco doesn't make our mouth go in a smile, it makes it go in an O. We'll all look like fish.
I've got one. How about twice?
No, not twice.
Turkey?
Oh, how about cheese?
Hey, cheese is good.
Talk up another one for me.
Everyone say cheese.
Cheese! Ow!
Did the flash go off?
Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm in. Oh, that's strong stuff. Boy, oh boy, what a weird paint.
Weird, that's just sheep.
Sheep. Looks like 5 women to me. You put me on, you see sheep.
I see sheep. She sees sheep. Everyone here sees sheep except for you.
Well, mercy, it looks like 5 weird women to me.
Where did you say you were from?
From the future.
And why are you here?
She sent me with a message.
Who is she?
She's the one who whispers in your ear every time you touch the pencil to the paper.
And what's the message?
Oh, are you open to receive it?
Yes.
You better stand back.
I could dream it forever and still not do it. But when the time comes for it to be done, God, I want to be ready. To be ready at the moment of convergence between the thing done and the doing of it, between the thing made and its maker. At this moment, I am speaking for everyone. I am dreaming for the billions yet to be born. I am taking that part of us that cannot be understood by God, and I'm bleeding it from the wrist onto the canvas. And it cannot be done except that I have felt these things. My lust, my greed, my hatred, my happiness. So this is what it's like.
What?
To be there at the moment.
What moment?
The moment I leave blue behind. I'd like some wine.
Any special color?
Rosé. I'm Picasso. Are you an artist?
I had my moment.
What kind of moment?
I had my moment of perfection.
I know what you mean. I just had mine over there.
It's a good feeling.
Yes, it is.
I think not many people have it.
No. No, they don't.
Hard to know when it's happening till it's over.
Don't tell anyone that. Let them think that you always knew.
Yes, sir.
Don't let anyone in on the fact that we can't help it. We're like the chicken that crosses a road. We do it, we don't know why.
Yes, sir.
And remember, in a sense, we are both exalted because we are both originals.
Well, that's a pretty bold statement, Mr. Picasso, considering we both took ideas from the art of the Negro.
Did you see that?
The roof is gone.
The stars have come out.
Millions and millions of stars.
You're way low.
It's night. I didn't know it was night, you know. Time traveling thing. I arrive, I don't know if it's lunch or dinner or what. Put on 18 pounds. Hoping to take it off when I go back.
I'm going to get a new suit. When I present my paper, I'd like to be wearing a new suit.
I wonder what I'm going to be wearing when I paint it.
Well, I'd like something white with a big belt.
Did you see that? Shooting star. They hit the atmosphere and burn white.
They leave a long trail, a long string of fire.
From horizon to horizon.
Whoosh! So bright that when you look away, you can still see it against your eyes.
I'd like that. A retention of vision.
I'd like that too. Into my 80s, a retention of vision.
I'd like that too, although I don't know what you're talking about.
I hope I don't die young.
Me too.
Are you dead?
Pretty much.
How is it?
Overrated?
All these stars, it's a miracle.
No, not a miracle. It's just the way it is. A miracle would be if, for example, the stars rearranged themselves and spelled out our names across the heavens.
Oh my God.
It's a miracle.
Just like Vegas.
There's my name.
There's mine. Spelled right, too.
I don't see yours though.
Oh yeah, it's there. It's above both of yours and 3 times as big.
Oh, yeah.
Get used to it, gentlemen. because that's the way it works.
I hope I have the time to make enough things.
That's what we do best. Make things.
I want to leave this world littered with beauty.
I want to make Newton's apple leap back into the tree.
I want to come at them through the radio and break their hearts.
I want to show them the 1,000 years of tenderness in a woman combing her hair.
I want an idea to take them at light speed to the edge of the universe.
Well, I want them not to be lonesome tonight.
Hey, I've got an idea. We should toast.
Got one?
I got a good one.
Sure.
Let's.
I'll pour.
I'll drink.
Oh, sorry. Here's yours, Picasso.
Thank you.
Should I go?
One for me, Fred.
Anyone else?
An extra one.
All right, I would like to toast to the 20th century.
And why the 20th century?
Heck, I know why.
Why?
Because this century, the accomplishments of artists and scientists outshone the accomplishments of politicians and governments.
We shall see.
You can take that to the bank.
I know what he means.
You know what everyone means, Freddie. Why don't you tell us exactly what he does mean?
It's simple. He means that in the 20th century, no movement will be as beautiful as the line across the paper, the note across the staff, or the idea across the mind.
Wow.
See what I mean?
I do what I can. You all are pretty good rhymers. I'll start the toast. Pendulum swings to the left.
Pendulum swings to the right.
And the past was driven by horses. Very nice.
The future is driven by light.
Coconuts.
Huh?
The mistakes of the past are over.
The modern waits to be met.
Wow.
The pelicans are funny.
Sit down.
Say goodbye to the age of indifference.
Very
And
nice.
say hello to the age of regret.
To the 20th century.
To the 20th century.
To the
20th century.
Isn't it amazing how the play fit exactly between the time that the curtains opened and the curtains closed?